England's first ever home triangular series, the NatWest series, including the West Indies and Zimbabwe, was played under floodlights for the first time in this country. The miserable early July weather, though, I'm afraid did nothing to bring in the crowds, and nor did England's form, which was pretty awful. Now, the first game was played down at Bristol between the West Indies and Zimbabwe, and Steve May now takes up the story.
Wavell Hines, Ricardo Powell and Brian Lara. Two new batting talents to savour and a chance to see how Lara had come through his self-imposed exile. There were some trademark shots and Powell also impressed, but the total of 232 proved inadequate as Neil Johnson reproduced his World Cup form.
He moves to 50. Really good way to go there.
First blood to Zimbabwe. Onto the Oval, notable for the debut of left-handed opener Marcus Trescothick, deputising for the injured Nick Knight.
Oh, that's a real good shot. He nailed one.
Tried to keep it outside the off-stump Whittle, but it was dragged from there. Good shot.
Really well. Receiving a good hand from this crowd at the Oval.
An impressive start, but Zimbabwe had the greater cause to celebrate as Alistair Campbell's return to form steered them to victory.
Beautiful shot. Fine shot. Brings up a very fine 50.
And there it is. It's a fine win by the Zimbabweans. They're now 2 out of 2.
4. Easy as you like.
Trescothick showed against the West Indies at Lord's that his success was no fluke. Only the elements saved England from the probability of defeat as the rest of the batsmen floundered.
Perfect cover drive. That's well placed.
Bowled him. Another one's gone. This time it's Caddick.
A freezing day at Canterbury was clearly not to the West Indies' liking, and Zimbabwe made sure they capitalised on a limp performance as Whittle and Campbell led the stroll to victory.
After that one, and he's hit it powerfully.
So nicely struck.
That's a very good performance from Guy Whittle. A half century for him.
Take enough. Campbell's gone big. And big enough. Just in the last 2 innings, he really has begun to look like his old self.
England desperately needed a decent performance, and they duly delivered at Old Trafford, a fine all-round bowling performance reducing Zimbabwe to 114 all-out, with Alex Stewart pouching a record-equalling 6 catches behind the stumps.
He's the danger man.
Big shout, and he's given in.
And that's out. Another wicket for Mullally.
And Stewart has taken the catch very low down. Oh, beautifully bowled. Oh, shouts, yes. Trescothick has his first wicket in limited overs internationals.
Much had been made in the press that week of Andy Flintoff's questionable attitude to fitness. He answered his critics in emphatic form to lead England to victory in a canter.
That's big. That's very big. Bang! That could be 6 more. Oh! Awesome power.
The England motor was suddenly purring, and they comprehensively demolished the West Indies at Chester Street, Alan Mullally taking the bowling honours on this occasion.
Oh, it's gone. Adams has gone.
That's out. What a catch. Unbelievable catch from Graham Thorpe.
Now then, well done. Well held.
Trescothick and Alex Stewart, captain for the early matches due to an injury to Nasser Hussain, then gave a masterclass as England cruised home.
And again, over the top intentionally, and that's gone a long way. Just the one bounce.
That's a good shot.
4 more. Glorious.
And that might be a very big one. Welcome to the crease, Ricardo Powell. And that's the end of the game. What a way for Marcus Trescothick to end the game. He's just planted the right foot down and whacked it over mid-wicket.
Sherwin Campbell and Brian Lara put West Indies firmly in the driving seat in what proved to be the best game of the competition against Zimbabwe, piling up a total of 287.
100 for Sherwin Campbell. A very nice performance. Smashed it away again. He streaked, nothing he can do. That's the beauty, that's the best of them all. Brian Charles Lara is back.
But Matt Goodwin and Grant Flower, with the side apparently dead and buried at 104 for 4, retrenched and then, facing an asking rate that was now over 9 and over, launched a devastating assault.
We'll pick it up with 83 needed from 54 balls. Clever batting. Beautiful shot. Yes. This is a good stroke. Oh, played so late. What quality. Now, 6.
And up has come 100 for Murray Goodwin. Now, there is a man out at long on, but he's too wide. He hasn't quite got that off the middle of the bat, but it's still 4. Shot. What a shot. He's picked the spot again. Oh dear. There it goes. What a victory. That is one of the best wins you will ever see in a limited overs international.
That put Zimbabwe into the final, and Alex Stewart, now in the form of his life, ensured at Edgbaston that England made sure of their place with an imperious century.
More runs. Delicious shot from Alex Stewart. Didn't try and hit it too hard.
His 3rd international one-day 100.
With Hussain also chipping in on his return to the side.
He's gone through the offside. He might have found the fielder.
Craig White was the bowler to make his mark this time, as Zimbabwe fell well short.
Got in. Very well bowled.
He bowls that beautifully.
And he's gone. It's the end of Alistair Campbell.
In the air, but no one's going to move for that.
England were apparently on course for another simple victory at Trent Bridge, as Stewart again put the West Indies bowling to the sword, chasing an apparently modest total of 195.
Great shot, Alex Stewart. 100 not out of 190 for 7. Well played.
But the purring machine coughed and spluttered on a diet of run-out fever and the occasional off-spin of Chris Gale, and Stewart was marooned as the West Indies snatched an unlikely victory.
4 runs, 4 balls. He's bowled him! What's happening here? Alex Stewart cannot believe that. That must be close. That's it. It's all over. They've stolen the game, the West Indies. Absolutely stolen it from nowhere.
The Lord's final was a disappointment as a contest, as England performed far too efficiently from the outset for the hapless Zimbabweans.
Got him. First ball from Darren Goff. Oh, what a lovely ball. That is magnificent bowling. A great slower delivery. He's deceived Goodwin in the flight. Not only that, when it's pitched, it's just come back fractionally.
The visitors never recovered from Darren Goff's opening burst, and although Grant and Andy Flower attempted to repair the damage and Heath Streak struck a couple of meaty blows, a target of 170 should never have stretched England.
You need somebody like Heath Streak, who's got a good brain for the game and immense strength as well. Now, you love that shot.
And it didn't. Street gave Zimbabwe a fleeting moment of hope with the wickets of Trescothick and Flintoff, but Stewart continued his remarkable run of form that when he reached 97 had brought him 372 runs for once out in his last 4 innings.
Heath Street, 2 wickets in the same over.
Great shot. Gee whiz. Oh, take that. Let's just swat it away. You can't be short.
Well, it's no good saying it's the shot of the day because Stewart's played most of them. Two on the trot, and both of them magnificent strokes.
To general astonishment, however, he got out without adding to that score. But by then, it was a walk in the park for England, and all Nasser Hussain had to do was to knock off the remaining few runs and pick up the NatWest trophy.
And he reckoned that that was the 4 ball that was going to take him to 3 figures.
Whew. Confident shot. Just 2 runs needed for victory. And there they are.
Not an epic tournament by any means, but the Triangular Series is certain to become a regular feature of English summers to come. And for England, it afforded the relatively rare pleasure of some silverware in the trophy cabinet.
It's been a great team effort.